Had to dial it back this year, unfortunately for him, because well, school's a thing. School's a thing here for Kent.
Adult obligations.
I know. But he's living in Bloomington, Indiana right now, going to IU, finishing things up. Only about an hour from here, so no surprise to see him here in Indy. Going to start things off with a Smoldering Marsh, and we are underway here in round number 7. Windswept Heath here for Jacob Jensen. And you get used to the 5-color and 4-color monikers, because I think we're going to be seeing that for a while.
Yeah, still trying to get some traction on this Nephilim naming convention. But
Yeah, still working on that. I did thinking about bringing back Name That Nephilim. We get some slides.
Yeah.
Maybe a little music
right.
to go with it. If you at home, if you do come to an Open Series event, you own a Nephilim, which would be impressive. Get yours at StarCityGames.com today.
Yeah.
Patrick will sign them.
If you happen to be someone who buys rares in bulk,
Yeah.
probably have quite a few of those.
Indeed.
Always happy to sign them.
Well, actually, let's take a look at Jacob's deck here. He's 4 colors. So what colors is he?
Well, I don't actually know the Nephilim.
You're supposed to be the master of the Nephilim.
It's every color except black.
Okay. I'm going to give you a minute.
Don't actually know. No one knows.
I'm,
No one knows what Nephilim does what or has what colors.
I'm almost positive it's Witchmaw. I'm almost positive.
You have a 1 in 5 chance of being right.
I do.
So those odds aren't too bad.
A mountain here for Jensen. You saw Ketter play Hangerback Walker last turn. I was wrong. Gotta get that.
It's all but black.
It's all. So I guessed Witchball. I was wrong.
Oh yeah.
So we got to change that black. We got to change that black symbol to a red one. Okay. Almost positive it's Dune Brood.
I'll go with you. I'll put in a guess for your tiller.
Nope.
Nope. I'm wrong.
Wrong again. 0 for 3. There's only 2 left. Glintai?
I'm not guessing anymore. We've guessed 3 of 5, and we don't have it. We're done guessing. We lose.
Collectively, we're bad at this game. It's very hard. Mantis Rider's very good. It's going to come across here for 3 in the air. I can't believe you actually knew your tiller. I didn't even know. I forgot that was even one of them. It's very impressive.
Magic's least celebrated cycle. Yeah. It's basically the Nephilims and then the bands with other Legends lands from Legends as Magic's 2 worst cycles.
That's too bad. I think the Kamigawa dual lands are right in there too.
No, none of them are worse than those 2. Those 2 are 1 and 1A.
Ketter going to sacrifice Pluto Delta. That's going to go get him. God, oh my goodness.
Still, it's actually not. It's not Glintai either.
No.
What's the last one?
There's only one left.
Look at that artwork. just so good. Just this eyeball creature in this blasted landscape. Don't know what it's doing out there. Trying to, mechanics completely unrelated.
Siege Rhino has arrived. A classic Magic battle, Siege Rhino versus Mantis Rider.
Yeah. If I could be a fly on the wall for any Magic moment, the first one would be Richard Garfield has the concept for the engine, and number 2 would be the team is making the 5 Nephilims.
Can you imagine the arguments? This one should do this.
Yeah.
Here's a forest. There's an attack.
Actual designs by Mad Libs.
Now, 4 mana is a sweet spot here in Jensen's deck because he has Ochai's Command and Collected Company.
The squeeze. You think he has Collected Company? Don't make an attack. Play a creature. Ochai's Command. Perfect.
There's a Sunken Hollow. Here comes Siege Rhino. Will Jensen cast Command? Or Company, excuse me. The answer is no. Will Ketter play his other Siege Rhino?
The squeeze.
It is the squeeze. All right, the answer is yes. Is there no Ochai's Command here?
It's kind of a concealed Ochai's Command, too.
It's very hidden.
The mountain in the forest. Throws you off the scent a little bit.
Has to take 1 to cast it, but there goes Siege Rhino. And now Jensen will untap. He gained 4 as well, so it's 14 all.
Okay, just try and make this a pure race.
It might actually be time to play Collected Company in the main phase to try to hit a Knuckle Blade or something.
Or Mantis Rider.
Or another Mantis Rider, yeah. Or Knuckle Blade and Bounding Crassus, tap your Hangerback Walker.
Oh my goodness.
Give my Knuckle Blade haste.
We got some big hits. Oh, there's a Knuckle Blade.
Come on, at least get 2.
Come on. Work with me here. Gotta at least get a second creature for your trouble.
Company players run pretty bad when they're on camera.
Yeah, I felt that way too.
Unless it was our Slivers player in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that he was on a heater.
He annihilated everyone with Collector Company.
They were all perfects.
Well, he's going to give haste, going to give beatdowns. Hangerback Walker is going to block real fast.
This is the fastest block ever.
Yeah.
So saves a bunch of damage now and saves a bunch of damage down the road from the Menace Rider.
Yeah, I don't think Kent could block fast enough there. He'll get 3 Thopter tokens. He'll take 3 damage for his trouble. And now we head back over to Ketter.
You wouldn't think there'd be an artifact creature good enough to play when everyone's playing 5 colors, and yet, here we are.
Yeah. Every deck kind of centered around it. Twitter has chimed in on the one that we're missing, on the Nephilim. I'll tell you momentarily. First, an attack here by Kent. Maybe.
Your Tiller, Dune Brood, Old Glinty, Witchmaw.
Yeah.
I don't have the 5th one.
I know.
Earlier today, I forgot that Nightmare Lash was a real card that existed. I thought it was just a name that came to me in my own head. So not remembering the 5th Nephilim is not something that I'm going to lose any sleep over.
I'm slowly watching you go crazy as I do this with you every weekend, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Jensen down to 10. Here's a Jace. It's a little inky, by the way.
Oh.
Sir Inklesworth. Sometimes you just want to tread some ink, man.
Yeah, the Ink Shredder.
Boom. Boom. What's the art description for that? No one knows. Very unclear what that's a picture of.
They kind of reprinted this thing, right? This is like the Red Legend in the new set.
Oh, yeah, the new Goblin.
Bring it full circle,
Yeah.
old and new. The new Goblin.
Yeah, Zada Hedron Goblin.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like a Nephilim, but only 1 color instead of 4.
Collected Company main phase. All right, 2. Just hit 2. I hit 1. All right.
Ooh.
All right, hit 2. All right, Beast Collar Savant, another Nux. Collected Company has the ability to do some busted stuff in this particular deck. Beast Collar Savant, not the best hit. It does have haste, which isn't bad, but
I think this is going to be a very important card. This card right here.
it's kind of on the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For standard.
I'm a big fan. I like this card.
Not a lot of mana acceleration floating around.
Yep.
It's an ally. A lot of synergies there.
It's also an elf, too.
Yeah,
It kind of slides under the radar a little
I
bit.
think that card's going to end up having a long and healthy standard history when it's all said and done.
Ketter going to sacrifice a Windswept Heath. He's down to 10. It's tied up right now. Search up a Cinderglade. What's he got for 4 mana? Otter End. Hello.
Full retail.
Yeah. Still pretty good. Valor Stance will take care of the Siege Rhino, so players will loosen things here. Match Strider going to get chump blocked there by Kent. Now he'll draw. Active Jace, Fiery Impulse in hand. Flooded Strand the draw. See what card Kent wants to discard.
Your ideal sequence here is you have Spell Mastery for Fire Impulse, take care of the Menace Rider. You flash back a removal spell, take care of the Knuckle Blade. You got some Thopters against a 1/1. Good spot to be in.
Looks like he's going to flash back Utter End. See you later. Yeah, the question is, does he have Spell Mastery?
Even if he doesn't, he can simply block
Shoot
the
for
Menace
2.
Rider and then shock sometime on Jensen's turn. Jensen's deck for a deck that has some aggressive posturing to it, can play a longer game. He's got Nissa and Den Protector in hand. So even though Ken has fended off the worst of it for right now, he's not out of this just yet.
There's still more to come. Let's see what Beast Collar Savant wants to do here.
Beast Collar Savant's very good here, making an extra mana, because this allows Jensen the opportunity to play Nissa and play Den Protector and be able to unmorph all in one turn.
That's a pretty good turn, actually.
Get back a Collected Company. Yep. Another wave of stuff coming at you.
So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be land number 7. And if that's the land that Jacob plays, all of a sudden that Fiery Impulse is, well, it's going that way now. It's not taking care of Mantis Rider anymore.
But that's still not bad news here for Jensen, as it means now Mantis Rider is in the clear to make an attack this turn.
No, if I'm Jacob Jensen, I'm feeling pretty good about this game.
And you still have Den Protector.
Yeah.
That can get back Nissa or Collected Company.
Mantis Rider going to come in. Ketter going to chump block. Den Protector going face down. A lot of options there in the graveyard there for Jensen. So I'm pretty happy if I'm Jacob as we head back Ketter's way. He draws a land, nothing special. Going to cash in Jace, target Fiery Impulse. Cast it, go after the Morph. The Morph is Den Protector. It'll un-Megamorph. See what it wants to get. Looks like it might go with the Namesake card.
Nissa versus Collected Company feels close to me right now.
It's pretty tough because how much longer is this game going to go? If the game's going to go, you know, like 5 turns, I want Nissa.
Right.
If it's going to go 2, maybe 3 turns, I think I want Company. But there's also no guarantee that Company is going to hit. It's very likely that it does, but there's no guarantee.
It's better to take Company if you think Ketter could have a removal spell. If you think he's on empty, then I would rather have Nissa.
Company and Knuckleblade in hand. And a pretty good turn in front of us here.
I really enjoy watching these non-combo Collected Company decks play, because you just never know what it's going to dump out.
It could cough up something great. It could be truly embarrassing. There's a Cinderglade off the foothills. Jensen down to 9. Jensen definitely has the potential for something great with Collected Company if he wants to play it pre-combat. Got to make sure you organize all that mana correctly. Now here is Company. Top 6, let's see if he can hit 2. Heir of the Wilds? Not great.
Jensen feels firmly on the front foot in this game, and that's with not having good Collected Companies at all.
Yeah. And fortunately for him, he's got Knuckleblade to play. Give that thing haste. I like coming in here with a lot of stuff, yeah. Pretty safe attack. Jace will block there. Thopter will block there. 3 damage will come through. Ketter down to 7. Beast Collar Savant. They're not going anywhere. Jace doesn't have any power. Over to Ketter we go.
I believe that's a Bring to Light.
All right.
The big question is, does he have a sweeper to get this board cleaned up?
Well, I'll take a look at the main deck here. Got some Abzan Charms, some Crackling Dooms, Fiery Impulse, Murderous Cut, Utter End, Treasure Cruise. Looks like the answer is no. Gonna discard Delta, flip Jace. Jace will start with quite a bit of loyalty, of course. Ketter gonna move it up to 6, slow down Knuckleblade a little bit here. So now the question is, what do you bring to light? Because you're bringing something to light.
Well, if he's doing this, I have to imagine he's getting a creature or not a removal spell.
He does have a Dragon Lord hanging out, but he's going to go with Siege Rhino.
Yeah, he needs a little bit of a cushion of life. I guess the other line of play he could have taken was bring for Murderous Cut and then flash back Murderous Cut. But I think that
bad.
leaves him. I guess if he takes care of the Knuckle Blade and the Manus Rider, it's semi-stable.
Yeah, he'd be at 7, falling down to 4, or Jace would be dying.
Yeah, I think that's, well, yeah. And the fact that the Jace would just die, I think, means that this is a better play from Kent.
Well, I like this because that line of play will be available next turn,
Yes.
assuming Jace is still alive. Now, the trade-off here is that Knuckle Blade would be able to return itself because mana is available now. So it's not perfect, but it is something that's available.
It's a tough attack. I mean, you're not thrilled with the idea of Jace flashing back a spell in this spot, but you're also not a fan of attacking Kent for 0 damage this turn when he's on the ropes.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled with anything.
Yeah, I think Jensen might be putting together a little split here.
It's all going to Jace.
All Jace. Okay.
Knuckle Blade's going to pump because, well, it doesn't want to die. It's not going to kill the Rhino. And actually, it looks like it's just going to return.
Sure. But that was critical there for Jensen. I don't think he can afford to let Kent flash back a spell here.
Ketter's draw is a Fiery Impulse. He's going to search to see, do I have Spell Mastery? I just think the answer is no. I think the only spell down there is Bring to Light.
Still allows him to take care of Heir of the Wilds, but Manus Rider is a much larger threat.
Yeah, through all of this, he's never been able to get it off the battlefield.
But this is a pretty tough bind here because, you know, Ken is very light on resources right now. And if he loses this Jace for, you know, very little out of it, just some life points, he'd have to draw very well to still be able to win this game.
Knuckle Blade's going to slide down.
But now Jensen gets some really attractive attacks next turn where he can send, let's say, just Manus Rider at Jace and the rest at Kent. That's a risky attack if you think Kent could have a removal spell. But if you think he doesn't have a lot going on, Kent loses Jace and can't really make any inroads on your board.
Pretty good draw there by Jensen. Picked up another Knuckle Blade.
Knuckle Blade is insurance where now, you know, Jacob can make an attack with much more committed to getting Jace off the table if he feels like he has to. I guess with Jace at 2, he doesn't even necessarily have to address it this turn.
Yeah,
he can simply just attack Kent.
Yeah, he might just go after Kent. Give this thing haste. Not sure if he has a land to play or not, but you'd like to be able to threaten pumps on each. Or the ability to use the 3 mana abilities.
And I guess my perspective here is, if you're in Jensen's spot, you don't necessarily know if he's got a removal spell in hand or not. If you attack with everything, you're going to force the removal spell regardless. You aren't going to waste damage attacking Jace. And then next turn, if Jace is still alive and has ticked up to 3, then next turn you can either, again, try to kill Kent or address it.
Ferocious Trigger on the stack. Air was going to Jace. The rest are going to Kent. Manus Rider will be on tap because of his Vigilance, of course. So we'll make sure that that is appropriate. And I believe this is the new Knuckle Blade that's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get a pump. So new Nux takes down Old Siege Rhino. 3 damage will come across. I believe Ketter's going to fall down to 7. Here's a Dragonlord Ojutai. Not sure how much that helps right now. I mean, it's a heck of a magic card, don't get me wrong.
I mean, now the shields are really down. The only card Jensen has to consider next turn is Murderous Cut. That's really the only thing that can mess this up.
Jace is going to slow down that, pass the turn back.
And you had to imagine, you would have seen Murderous Cut last turn of the turn previous. That Dragon Lord is probably off the top. Seems like if you're in Jensen's spot, this is a safe spot to just attack, count with everything.
Yeah. You've got mana to do whatever you need to with Knuckle Blade. You're maybe a little cautious around Murderous Cut, but that's really it, as you mentioned. So everybody's coming in. I think you got to ignore that chase.
Yeah. No, this is a good spot to attack for lethal.
And it's all going to Kent, and that's going to do it. So Jacob Jensen's going to win game number 1 here over Kent Ketter. 4-color company up a game over 5-color Bring to Light. Both decks doing some pretty wacky things, and Jensen's deck able to come through, even though his collected companies weren't that good that game.
Big issue for Ketter there. He could not bring to light for something to answer the board. Thompson's list at least has a crux of fate. You can easily get languished in some of these decks. Kent's deck is tilted a little bit more aggressively. As such, he's not bringing to light for any sweepers game 1, and seems really rough to be able to cast that card fully charged and not be able to answer the other side of the table.
Sideboard time. We are going to start with Ketter and his Den Protector. Feed the Clans, Negate, 2 Disdainful Strokes, 2 Radiant Flames, a Languish. Wow, that's a lot of those. 4 Tragic Arrogance, 3 Duress, and 3 Arashan Clerics. That can't be 4. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. That's 1.
Okay, I was about to say 4 is...
what it is bad handwriting.
Okay.
Yeah, just
confirmed
1.
Count?
Yep, just 1.
Okay.
I blame Kent.
Den Protector and the counter spells.
Okay.
That's what I want. I want to. The game's probably going to go on for a long time. Den Protector seems good. And I want to be able to answer Collected Company for sure. These decks, it's very important to counter.
What do we see on the other side?
4 copies of Arashan Cleric, 2 Arc Lightning, 2 Rending Volley, 2 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Stubborn Denial, Valorous Stance, Treasure Cruise, and a Dromoka's Command. I'd break in the Valorous Stance, the 2 copies of, 2 copies of Disdainful Stroke, 2 Stubborn Denials, 1 Valorous Stance, and I think the Rending Volleys are also good here. Saw Dragon Lord Ojutai, probably some other threats as well. Yeah.
All right, both players going to shuffle up. Get ready for game number 2. Jacob Jensen currently up a game with his 4-color company deck. We're going to talk about the Star City Games YouTube page. You can watch the replay of this open, which I think will be interesting for many people, given it's the first tournament of the Battle for Zendikar. Become one of over 70,000 subscribers.
Again, youtube.com/StarCityGames. Sign up for free. Lots of archives there, including the Versus series, premium archives, and open series archives, plus content exclusive to the YouTube page, like unboxings. Again, head over to youtube.com/StarCityGames. Get signed up today for free. Get notified every time new content is uploaded to the page.
Commander Superstar, Stephen Green.
Yep. The American Dream, Stephen Green.
That's a great name. He called us noobs for not knowing your tiller. And I don't really think that's necessary.
Are those even popular in Commander?
I would be surprised.
Right. I don't think they're legendaries. I think they're just Nephilims.
No, they're not.
You can't even pick them as your commander, which seems like a mistake, but you can. They don't seem that powerful in multiplayer games. I think one of them was halfway decent for tournament level play. Never really showed up, but at least was a non-embarrassing card. The rest of them, no chance.
I'm thinking probably make a new cycle of them.
I don't see why not.
I think the Magic community is clamoring for them.
I agree. Listen, the commands, the charms.
Always making new ones.
Successful enough cycles that they go back to them regularly. What about the Nephilims? They're there. Just got to come up with 5 more. And what's great about them is they're not even hard to design, because the first ones are just a totally random collection of powers, not related to them as a cycle or anything else. So just come up with 5 more of those and call them Nephilims. It's easy to fill into a set.
I think it's super easy. You just put some abilities. You said Mad Libs.
Commands, you got to come up with 4 things that are kind of sweet to do together and choose 2 at a power level that's acceptable. Charms got to come up with 3 versatile powers. Not easy to do. Random collection of powers on a creature, easy.
Watch, I can do it right now. When our new Nephilim attacks, +2/+0. When it blocks, -7/-0.
Yeah.
Boom. Makes no sense, just like a Nephilim.
Right.
Put me in design.
Easy.
I'm going to move to Renton, Washington, which is not far from where I currently live. So I'm sure they got some positions available.
I think Kent with the old "I'm keeping my hand but have no idea how to sequence my lands"
one of my favorite starts.
Get used to that.
It's unclear how this works. I just know it's good enough.
Okay, I'll keep. Okay, wait. Hold on.
All right, he's going to fetch. No idea what for. The easy part, go to 19, put the fetch line in the graveyard, and now take a long look at the hand. Okay.
So he's got a Prairie Stream. So I imagine the priorities here are filling out the Jund colors.
Aha. Sunken Hollow. You can search for that with Bloodstained Mire. 1 for 1. The draw, I believe, was a Foothills. And it is. Sacrifice that. Super easy to cast card in Hangerback Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Now it just depends on what land does he want to search up.
I would imagine a mountain because he has a Manus Rider.
Okay.
I'm just guessing. All right.
Boom. This stuff's easy. Until it's not. Let's see what Jensen's got for his second turn. He's got a Foothills as well. And he's got Heir of the Wilds. So we'll see what land he wants to search up. He'll go with a mountain. Ketter has a Prairie Stream. It enters the battlefield tapped, unfortunately. There's a Fiery Impulse. Heir of the Wild's going to bite the dust. Hangerback Walker, probably going to hang out.
I'm always just looking to grow. I think people wait around with Hangerback Walker a little too long. Only opening yourself up for an instant speed removal spell costing you a Thopter.
Prairie Stream there from Jensen. His entered the battlefield tapped as well. Now here's Mantis Rider, red, white, and blue. If you can get the mana to work, it is pretty powerful. There's Foothills. And attack for 5. Back over to Jensen. Savage Knuckleblade the draw. That is castable right now. There's another Canopy Vista.
Some awkwardness here with the mana thus far for Jensen.
A little slow out of the gate.
Yeah.
That'll be a Canopy Vista there for Ketter off the Foothills. Now Ketter will draw another copy of Hangerback Walker. Here come the beatdowns again. No.
Boom.
Bounding Crassus.
Got 3 of those in here.
All right. It's a good hit with Collected Company. Ketter going to use a Bloodstained Mire here. See what land he's going to search up as he's casting Bring to Light.
I'm guessing a Swamp because he cannot get one of his battle lands into play untapped as he only has 1 basic.
There is the basic Swamp.
Green, blue, yep.
Full 5.
The Prairie Stream for white, the Canopy Vista for green, the Sunken Hollow for blue, Mountain, Swamp.
Yep, full 5.
Boom.
Dragonlord Ojutai.
Gotta do a lot of double and triple checking with these lands.
It's not easy. Wooded Foothills the draw.
I have a feeling playing Bring to Light on Magic Online is going to be taxing. Early predictions.
Maybe a program crasher. Just maybe.
Undo. All right, try again. All right, undo. All right. I'll try again.
Woodland Wanderer was the play there for Jensen. Heck of a card, but he's getting beaten down in the air. Ojutai, Mantis Rider coming across. Ojutai connects, so Ketter gets to anticipate. Look at the top 3 cards. Take 1. I'm a big fan of the Woodland Wanderer. I think it's going to help put Teamer back on the map.
Tough because it's, comes into play, doesn't do anything, dies to a lot of removal spells, but you get a lot of stats and ability to brawl for your mana.
Hangerback Walker. Jace. Mantis Rider left behind. You can see the power level of the deck.
It's not like Ketter's deck is very cohesive here, you know? It's just 5 color cards I like.
Oh, he's definitely lacking synergy.
Yeah. Find the cards that you like and put them all in the same deck, and you can cast them. And that can be powerful, and it's probably going to be fun. Magic the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah. Radical Mystic the draw. First time we've seen that this weekend. Almost forgot that card existed.
Yeah. It was not in Antrazi's deck, as he's looking for a more stable source of acceleration.
Yeah.
For Ulamog and so forth.
I actually had a moment there. I completely forgot that was a card.
Jensen's draw has just been nowhere near smooth enough.
No, not this game. And he's getting his tail kicked in the air right now. Jace going to go active. Draw and discard. Treasure Cruise is the draw. Discard Windswept Teeth. Flip over into Jace, Telepath Unbound. Starts on 5 counters. Looks like somebody wants to flashback Bring to Light. Though I'm not entirely sure that's necessary.
You can go get a Murderous Cut just to be safe.
That's true. Here's Treasure Cruise. Yeah, and Jacob says, I'm beat. Trust me. Nothing I can do to come back here. So Ken Ketter's going to win game number 2 here over Jacob Jensen. 5-color Bring to Light, 4-color Collected Company. Getting ready here for game number 3. These Bring to Light decks are, for me, they're probably the most fun to watch.
I really like cards that allow you to really customize your deck.
Yeah.
Whatever situations you think are going to come up, whatever you think is going to be powerful or fun, just throw it in there. It's a sweet card.
We're just starting to peel back the layers on that card.
Going to be really fun. A lot of different ways you can build your deck with that. I think Ketter's deck is not particularly focused, but it still seems powerful when he draws it.
Well, as these players get ready here for game number 3, we're going to talk about the Season 4 schedule for the Open Series. We're in Indianapolis this weekend. We'll crown a champion soon enough. But next weekend, we're going to Atlanta. Been a little while since we've been there.
Yeah, after that, we'll have a post-ban Legacy Open Series event in St. Louis, then Modern in Dallas, a Standard Open in Philadelphia. After that, we go to the Grand Prix in Atlanta. GPAtlanta.com, more information. GP Atlanta hashtag already up. Conversation going on about that event. Standard Open Series in Kansas City. Legacy Open in New Jersey, Standard in Denver, then the Season 4 Invitational, Las Vegas, Nevada, Standard and Modern as the Invitational formats with a 2-day $20,000 Standard Open Series event, December 11th to the 13th. And then to close out the year, Players Championship, Roanoke, Virginia, Star City Games headquarters, December 19th and 20th.
Of course, with all of those main events up until the Open Series in Denver, you can get the Hop and Rapid Master playmat. Pretty simple at this point. I think everybody knows at home. You shine up, you show up, you get one of these things. Pretty easy.
For free, any 2-day $20,000 Open Series event through the Open in Denver. That's December 5th.
So easy. So
free.
Simple. For Season 1 of next year, we'll have another sweet playmat for you guys. But for now, this is the one you get here for Season 4. I'm talking about Atlanta next weekend. We'll be going there for the Open Series. It'll be standard again. It'll be the second week of this brand new format, so people will be able to adjust to what they've seen here. Probably build the control decks a little bit better, build their sideboards a little bit better. So I know a lot of people like week 1 of a new format, but week 2 is a pretty good one too.
Yeah, the initial stages of Standard, usually, you know, you take the first tournament, you try to take the good ideas, you try to get a sense of the metagame. You build usually better and more informed decks in week 2. And then those tournaments really set the stage for what the Pro Tour metagame is going to look like. So that's the big information people have to work with.
But the best part of going to Atlanta, the Waffle House.
I do like a Waffle House.
Absolutely. How do you like your hash browns?
Like borderline burnt.
Smothered and covered, hopefully? No. Are you a ketchup and hash browns guy?
No.
Thank God. All right. Just want to make sure. It's unacceptable.
If I'm feeling really adventurous, pepper.
That's as far as you'll go?
Otherwise, plain.
Fair enough. Ooh, Beast Caller Savant coming in for 1.
Now, this is not yield the most explosive draws for a Collected Company deck because it's a mana accelerator does not allow you to cast Collected Company on turn 3. And most of the stuff that he can play for 3 mana. Most of his good stuff. Now, with that said, good mana fixer. So still valuable to have.
Gives beatdowns?
Yeah.
giving beatdowns right now.
Ken just took a point, took another point, already at 18.
Yep. Searched up a prairie stream with that polluted delta. Yeah, Ketter will draw. Windswept Heath. There's a swamp. There's a Jace. Jensen will draw. A copy of Dramoka's Command. Anything can happen here. You have my coastal land.
Good spot for Knuckleblade.
Looks like he's going to have to take one. Yep, I love Knuckleblade here. Haste beatdowns.
That's how you draw it up. Turn 3 with haste. Mana acceleration worked.
You got your point in with your accelerant. Now you get to give your Knuckleblade haste. Ketter's going to activate Jace. Draw and discard here in just a moment. Looks like Den Protector might be biting the dust.
Yeah, Ketter does not have time to mess around with that.
He'll sacrifice Windswept Heath. And we'll have an Abzan Charm here in just a moment. Green, black, and then white from the Prairie Stream. Knuckleblade's got to go. 4 cards in the graveyard here for Ketter, too, for those keeping track at home about Jace. Rending Volley in hand here for Jensen.
Rending Volley is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, with an Abzan Charm in the graveyard, it would be very good for Jensen to be able to kill this Jace before it flips. After that, I don't know what he would want to do with the rest of his mana. He has the opportunity to either play Den Protector or Heir of the Wilds and attack for 1.
Yeah, this is part of the reason the turn's taking a little bit here for Jensen. He's getting pulled in a lot of different directions. He's got this Dramoka's Command, but he can't really cast. He's got this Rending Volley that I think he almost certainly wants to cast. He's got a Bounding Crassus. Can that do anything cool right now? Probably not. He's just going to pass the turn back. This is a little risky.
Yeah, I don't know what the point is of allowing Ketter to get a free loot. I mean, if you're going to kill the Jace, you should just kill the Jace.
Yeah. Now you've basically just given him a free draw. And there's no real upside in doing that. And there's certainly a lot of downside.
It's a free loot, and if Ken has some way to protect this, it's really bad news.
I'd say he still gets a draw on discard. And picked up another copy of Jace, it appears. Ketter decides I don't need Jace anymore. I'm going to go the Rhino plan. Looks to be the first of many, as Kent will go up to 16, and Jensen will fall down to 16. Might see Crassus on the end step. Yeah. I'll tap the Rhino, allow him to get in for 3 points of damage. Looks like Den Protector may have been the draw.
It's like another Bounding Crassus as well. Bounding Crassus is not bad here, as you can tap his mana creature in 2 lands, play the Crassus, untap his mana creature, and then play
Heir of the Wilds.
Yeah. Pretty good turn. Looks like he just wants to race, though.
Attack for 4. There's a Flooded Strand. Here's Siege Rhino first. That'll resolve. Ketter back up to 15. Jensen down to 13. Here comes Rhino. Maybe. Crassus says no. But now Crassus is in a pretty bad spot. 4/5 bigger than a 3/3.
Just too small.
Yeah. Mantis Rider will allow Jensen to go up top, however.
Really important, because the ground it's locked up here, and it's going to be even more locked up going forward.
And there's Mantis Rider. In for 3. Ketter down to 12. Jensen at 11 right now, but we've seen this so many times. Rhino just flex its muscles against decks like this. Abzan Charm to draw.
It makes it really hard to play with 3 and 4 mana creatures that don't match up well against Siege Rhino unless they do something very powerful when they enter the battlefield or when they leave. And Bounding Crassus has not fit the bill thus far.
Here's a double block.
I like a double block here. Jensen has to protect his life total, and it's not like these things are doing anything else.
Abzan Charm's going to show up and be pretty powerful right now, but I think that overall, if I'm in the same situation as Jacob, I think double blocking is appropriate.
Nothing else to be done at this point with those Bounding Crassus.
There is Abzan Charm.
You can also pump.
Either's good. Looks like he's just going to use this to remove Bounding Crassus, trample over for a damage there, and then 4 damage will come across. So it looks like 5 total. There goes Flooded Shrimp. Looks like Cinderglade, perhaps. Maybe Canopy Vista.
Can't be Cinderglade.
Can't get the Glade. Can't get the Glade.
Can't get red mana with a Flooded Strand. Yes, that works.
That does work. Sunken Hollow for Hangerback Walker. Pass the turn back. 11 to 6. Jensen will take his turn. There's a basic forest.
I think it's reasonable to question how many spells that are not green or red can this deck handle, because they're very hard to cast. You know, when you have the mana creature allows you a lot of cheats here with what your creatures look like, but the spells seem challenging to cast, and Dromoka's command has just been rotting in Jensen's hand.
Heir of the Wilds and a Morph, which looks to be a Den Protector. Ketter falls down to 8 for the Mantis Rider. Now we head back Kent's way. Wooded Foothills. The card drawn for the turn, but the spell in hand is a pretty powerful one here for Kenton. Bring to Light. He's going to see if he can close out the game this turn with a little bit of trample damage in combination with that Bring to Light, maybe finding a Siege Rhino. There's Flooded Strand. Going to fall down to 7. See if he passes the fetch land test. He does. That one was too easy.
Yep. Still got it. Still counts.
Hangerback Walker going up to 2.
I think this might be Kent tutoring for Tragic Arrogance.
Oh.
That would be my guess. And so your Beast Caller Savant against my Thopters and Siege Rhino.
Oh.
That's my prediction.
That's really good. That's my prediction.
Yeah, this will play. This will play in this spot.
Yeah, kill a lot of your things. Leave it Beast Caller Savant, attack you with Rhino. Yeah, so one of the things I've noticed about Kent's build of this Bring to Light deck that we didn't see with Jerry's, I like some of the 5 he's got to search up.
Yeah.
Dragonlord Ochitai and the Tragic Arrogance on the board.
Yeah, Tragic Arrogance in the board seems awesome if you're doing this.
That's my kind of card to search up. I like Crackling Doom. I like some of the other stuff that he can find, but that just seems awesome to me. Here come the beatdowns, and that's going to do it. Kent Ketter going to win this match here over Jacob Jensen. 2 games to 1. 5-color Bring to Light will take care of 4-color Collected Company. And for Ketter, player that we saw at the Players' Championship last year, don't see as much this year, unfortunately, because of school. 6-1, another great start.
And another different take on Bring to Light.
Yep.
And as you would imagine, a card that says build a 5-color deck and search for things allows for a lot of different ways to take your deck. It's very cool.
Congratulations to Kent Ketter on a 6th victory here. 6-1, likely locked up for day 2.
Yeah, I think